mission, coming for the top position, ain't no competition, man. Pull up in the top is missing, the opposition, and all that lane switching, this is what the game is. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle show, this so perennial. Do this for my millennials, I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know, it's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle show, this so perennial. Do this for my millennials, I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know.
All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Just as we were ready for air, it was the Colts emerging from the locker room to great fanfare here in Indy. They're ready to go as the Colts get set to match up with the Miami Dolphins. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Line 40! Watch the slant, watch the slant! Come on. Check the...
This is Marlon Mack, third-year running back. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Come on. Mike, 53.
Out of the gun, Luck. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Well, they're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Tighten up.
They'll run with the second-year man from ASU, Kalen Ballage. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Darius Leonard, last year's leading tackler as a rookie in the NFL, in on the stop. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Here's Rosen. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Sanders' kick is good. And the Dolphins will jump out to a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right, the Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. William Hayes able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Luck and the Colts looking for something big here after the sack. This is 3rd and long.
You ain't doing nothing today. 11 Z. 53 is the mic. I got you. Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot. 53 is Mike. Check, 53.
A shotgun snap for Luck. Now a hit and Luck lost the football. It's out.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
A good return there, 17 yards. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. Rosen and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
Mike, 53. 53, Mike. Yeah.
From midfield now, here's Rosen. Throw left side complete. That's Drake. Give him 12 yards there. The Dolphins have a 1st down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice 1st down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on 1st down. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Now Rosen. It's complete to Parker, left side. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker, and the return stops at the 39-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week, he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but, boy, he's playing really well.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Hey. 12. Hey, orbit.
Here's Love. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
And he connects with Ebron. Good for a Colt first down. The former Lion Ebron there bringing it in from Andrew Luck.
And the key number on that play, 3. Third play of the drive, third down, spectacular catch, turns into a first down.
First down saves them from a 3-and-out. They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
I got you. You go tight. You want to work. You got tight right there. 53's the one.
Here's the second year back out of NC State, Naheem Hines. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Let's go. Do it.
Second quarter now from Indianapolis with the homestanding Colts in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
I got you, boy.
Throwing is Love. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It'll be a loss of 7 on the play. And it'll make this a 2nd and long. Here's Love. This one complete to Devin Funchess.
Complete to Devin Funchess. A gain of 13 on the play.
Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on third down. On third down, a run by Mack. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Vinatieri, the NFL's oldest active player, also the league's all-time leading scorer, past Morton Anderson last year.
Yeah, he turned 46 in December of 2018. He really can't see it in his leg, maybe in the beard.
You can see it in the beard.
Maybe in the beard, that's about it. But as long as he's booting him the way he's booting him, keep going, big guy.
Play to win. Let's go.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They'll start the drive with Drake. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Kenyon Drake, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. and that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
19 yards there on the catch and run. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down.
Here we go, D. Hey, it's just me and you. It's just me and you.
From the gun, here's Locke. He's going to let this one go deep. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Come. Check. 53's mine. Check. 53.
Hey, Mike 7.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike 53.
Back to the air. Locke on second down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Play action. It's Locke. And he gets it to Funchess complete. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
After the big play, a chance to finish now. And he takes it in for a Colts score. Mo Alley-Cox, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. A 1-yard run on first down, another yard that gets him into the end zone on second down. Maybe not much for the yards per carry average, but hey, 6 points.
Yeah, bottom line is it doesn't matter there. You've got to find a way to wedge it into the end zone. Yards per carry, that's out the window. How do you score? And on the second down, they had something going. They got a yard before. They thought they could do it again, and they got it done.
At their own 30-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description, because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. With Devontae Parker, there was quite a bit of chatter in the offseason that the Dolphins might not pick up his 5th-year option, but they did. And one man who's certainly happy with that, quarterback Josh Rosen. It's a guy that Brian Flores, head coach in Miami, wants around and in that locker room. They'll run with Drake, and that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 2nd and 12, Rosen. Allen's got it over the middle. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. All tied up at 10. 2 minutes left in the first half. All right, that coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
As far as I'm concerned, Andrew Luck can do it all. I mean, he's an underrated runner, toughness in the pocket, strong and stout, but let's face it, the money, that comes from his arm.
And smart, valedictorian of his high school class in Houston, then he goes to Stanford. He's got it all. Luck to Mack on the draw. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. On second down, here's a run with Mack. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. A gain of 13, it's a first down. They'll run on first down. It's Mack. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Now Luck to first and Mack. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first. On first down, Mack. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Marlon Mack in the final seconds of the first half as his guys are able to regain the lead. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT, and that makes it a 17-10 score. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. It's a very short kick taken by an up man. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. From the 36, Rosen. It's complete to Drake. No yardage to speak of whatsoever. Leads to a third down.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. Faking the give to Drake, now Rosen. And it's caught by Parker. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a first down.
180. Check 53. Gotta do better. There we go. Come on, QB, come on.
On first down, it's Rosen. And he hits Drake. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards.
Tell you what, partner, you get the football in his hands, just give him a little bit of open space. As we just saw, he can make you pay.
And he wasn't the top option there, but check down turned into first down and then some. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Running from the shotgun with Drake. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there, second down. Now keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Balaj. Now he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on third down.
And he's going to ball his way into the end zone for the Dolphins score. Kalen Balaj, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that will level the playing field at 17 all. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. It's a short kick, taken at the 15. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You've got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
On 1st and 10, Locke. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Mack.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. To throw is Locke. Funches with a catch over the middle. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 25-yard line. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 25-yard line. Luck's throw caught by Rodgers. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Luck gives this one off to Mack. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. I'm here all day. Check.
Luck on first down. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag is down. This could possibly be a push-off. Looked like some hands both ways. They got it on the offense.
And sometimes there's a fine line between being the receiver and the DB, and he knocked that one away. Might have caused an incompletion that could have been an interception.
Out of the gun, here's a give to Mack. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Luck now to throw. Throw left side complete. It's Mack. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
Let's go one more.
Out of the gun, Luck. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jonathan Cyprien. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
At their own 20-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got to the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll run here with Balaj. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Now it's Rosen. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Line of scrimmage, the 31, as they line up 2nd and 10. Here's Rosen. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. Trying to get it that time to Stills. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the 4th quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
After the interception, it's Luck. Throw left side is complete to Rodgers. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Watch 6-6, pull it high.
Safety's creeping. Check 37.
They'll try and run for this with Mack. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
It's 4th down.
So here comes the trusty, battle-tested Adam Vinatieri for a big kick. This to break our 4th quarter tie. And he missed it. It's no good. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th. What a tough spot to miss a kick. Just an absolute letdown.
Look, they got themselves in the field goal range, gave them a chance to take the lead. They come up empty, and now you wonder, will their offense ever see the football again?
Yeah, because on the other side, one through the post, and this thing could be over. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
In my humble estimation, terrific work there defensively. Running backs trying to get wide, get to the sideline, and they beat him to the spot, forced him out of bounds, pretty close to the line of scrimmage.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, but they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Hey, exit. Middle.
36.
Monday.
From the gun, it's Rosen. Pressure comes, and down goes Rosen. Justin Houston in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive.
Watch the run.
40, easy, alert. 12.
On 1st down, Love. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Love. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Here's Lott. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Nick Perry able to record his 5th sack of the season. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
Well, a nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10. They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is caught inside the 5. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Kenny Stills, his 6th touchdown of the season. And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. Andrew Luck, 3 fourth-quarter comebacks a season ago when he was comeback player of the year. And he needs another one right now if he wants a Colts victory. Now a throw here to his running back. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Back to throw. Over the middle here to Brown. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
He's back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark, really, start to finish.
It makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. William Hayes in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. Here we go on 4th. Luck. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Jonathan Cyprien. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give them 7 there on the 1st down carry. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. They'll stay on the ground. Barrage again. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts. as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Here we go, G. Get off the field.
Rosen to throw. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on to punt for Miami. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And this will be taken at the 13. Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do, take the...
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now there's one timeout remaining to finish. Now Drake loses the football. And I believe the Colts have recovered. Yes, they have. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Dolphins, the win will move them to 7-2 now on the year, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis, it's just their second loss so far to go along with their 7 wins. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.